Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're going to be bringing you 3 crazy builds for Wukong, the new monkey that is on everyone's accounts. I've got to say, this is a really fun, interesting champion. He's mainly arena focused. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to use him in the arena today. And then we're also going to show you a Hydra build. I will say, like, the second build I show you for arena, I think is going to be his meta gameplay. I think that's how he's going to actually be built by most people in the game. The first one I'm going to show you is a bit more experimental, and honestly I was going for like full fun mode, but I don't know how practical it is to actually maintain. So let's show you that one first. This is where I was like, you know, keeping that maximum damage type of feel in my head. But I was like, how do we make use of this dude's passive? Right? How do we make use of his passive so that we can just rely on him always getting a go? Yeah, we have so many opportunities for him to come back with 100% turn meter and health that as long as other people on the map stay alive, on your team stay alive, then he should get a turn. Because even when the enemies are having turns, he pops back up alive again. So I've built him super slow and super squishy. All I will say, because I've been playtesting this for a little while, even though he comes back with 100% turn meter, the downside here is it's not pushed to max turn meter. And there's a difference, right? If you've got 100% turn meter, you could still wait 2 or 3 turns before you get a go. Because some people can go over 100% turn meter, and he's not ticking at the same rate if you've built him slow. So I thought, you know, he'd be jumping back up, he'd be swinging and hitting. Sometimes he jumps back up and then he goes down again, jumps back up, goes down again. So it's not, I don't think it's going to ever be a meta build, unfortunately, but it is still a lot of fun. So what have I done? Obviously, we've got a massive smack. This is what I'm trying to take advantage of, is the A2 smack and get a lot of damage away here because it can wipe a whole team. The A3 will also do a lot of damage. We've gone for kind of like key masteries which do damage, like your Helm Smasher, any of the ones really where you're going to get maximum damage, like Ruthless Ambush, Shield Breaker if we need it, things like Bring It Down, and Helm Smasher. So we're going for ignoring defense, max damage. We've got Savage Gear on, and as you can see, I've got basically no speed. Obviously, I'd want to be at 100% crit rate, but I was just kind of throwing some gear on that I had available. Very high attack, very high crit damage. Got some accuracy, but accuracy wasn't not the focus of the build. And you can see we're very squishy. 36k health, 2.1k defense. You know, gold 5 level, he's going to go down a lot. But this is build number 1. And as I say, this is not going to be the build that most people would run. But what I'm thinking is, against any type of nukish type of team, can we get some work done? So I'm bringing in champions that just stay alive, really. Yeah, I've got a Mithrala who is tanky and she's got high resistance because of her passive. We've got a Vogoth who just kind of like heals up my guys. Probably should have him in the back, but doesn't matter. Anyway, doesn't matter. I've got Seeker at the front because when he gets hit, he's going to spread increased defense to my other champions that I need to stay alive. And the idea here is that even if Wukong dies, he's coming back. So we should get nuked by Gembo. There it goes. Wukong actually stayed on his feet, surprisingly. So maybe in this instance, we get the job done anyway, and we got the full nuke. So even slow Wukong there gets the nuke done. I am a bit low, I guess, in gold 5. So you got to take that into account. Hedgie's probably going to nuke us quite quick. Damn, where's your damage, guys? Come on. The bolster set sitting on Mithrala is obviously like saving the initial nuke damage. So go in here with... There we go. So he's gone down. At this point, we're now just like relying on other people to take a turn. And he's going to be back up with 100% turn meter. But see that? He didn't go straight away. And then what you want to do is you want to pick the weakest target. Whoever you're going to overkill the most. Having Hex out there as well from Mithrala is great because we get extra damage. But we're going to A2 the weakest target, because we should then overhit and do a lot of damage to other people as well. The other option is just to A2 the Reviver, or you can just A3 and do a lot of damage as well. But A2 there, slam dunk everybody for over 100k on the A2. As I say, this is like the fun build, right? This is the build where I don't think it's meta at all, but it is a lot of fun to play around with. And also, if you're not fast, building a go second team often is useful as well. You should see, should get nuked. If he doesn't, he's provoked anyway. But I've got Mithrala in here that can do things like cleansing down the line. Get the stun off there. I mean, maybe we've just got a good enough kind of team makeup. I've got 2 people giving us increased attack, which obviously gets his nuke away. He's probably going to A3 as default. Yeah. And the A3 does a lot of work as well. Also, if it's like a buff-heavy team, I've got a couple hundred accuracy there to get the buffs ripped off on, you know, a reasonable level team, but high-level stuff, that wouldn't work. So you can see, it's by no means like foolproof, but this is like the fun mode. What I'm going to do next is show you more like the meta build. I'm surprised people are not killing me here. I know I'm in like low doll 5, but honestly, guys, where is your damage? This guy is the squishiest dude alive. I guess because I've got this kind of team set up, which is just protecting him, giving him increased defense, Bodoff giving him some healing. You know, we're kind of keeping ourselves in the game anyway, which is quite useful. But pop. See you later, everyone. Take a rest. So I guess look, you'd have to pick your fights. And I'm in Gold 3 Tag Team Arena, I'm fighting everybody strong. Like, basically, you have to choose what you're going to do with this dude. But let's just see if it stands up against a high-level team here. Trunda should just nuke me off the park, honestly. So 2 people stay up, which is surprising. Just have a cleanse. Wukong comes straight back into the fight. You see what I mean about people taking extra turns? Like, we've got 100% turn meter, but we're still not going. Still not going for a while. Hopefully we get a turn here. No, still not. He's having another rest. It's all right. It'll be up in a minute. He's just having a little rest. Wukong, join us. Not just yet. Should save that increased attack. Like, how many times are you going to try and kill me? Yeah, take him down. Take him down. That's fine. We'll have him back in a minute. Don't worry. Okay, he's back. Round 8. Go on, Wukong. Have a turn. Have a turn, Wukong. How you feeling, people? Okay, second build I'm actually going to show you here is going to be the Hydra build. And then we get onto the meta build at the end, actually. But second build here, I think is going to be good for a lot of people for Hydra. Don't necessarily look at the exact stats I'm going for. Just look at the kind of premise of the build, okay? Because your accounts probably won't be stacked like mine are, but still the same concept of build could come through. So when you're talking Hydra, we're looking for the ability to kind of get through our A3 as often as possible. And that's kind of it. Like, his A3 is the big deal for Hydra. None of the other skills do a lot. It's just damage. So you've got the passive, where we can just get him back to life whenever we want, which is cool. We've got a relentless set here to make us do our abilities as often as possible. I've gone for perception gear as well to get our accuracy up. We've got an accuracy banner. We've got a lot of accuracy on the amulet as well. Gone for good speed over 250. Still keeping like 100% crit rate and decent amounts of attack and crit damage because he can just pop back up if he dies. Also, because if he's high crit damage and he gets chosen as the kind of selected champion to be eaten, actually him dying is not a bad thing. So that's quite a bonus having him in the team to just drop him down now and then. He'll come straight back up. He'll be full health, which is quite cool. In terms of masteries, we've gone War Master and we've gone Support Tree for Hydra. Again, you could go Defense Tree, but Support Tree gives us that extra accuracy and stats. There's also a good shout, and I don't have good enough gear to make it work at the moment, but Curse gear could be damn solid on him. Like, ability to apply Hex on heads. He does do an AoE pretty often, for every 3 turns. So this could be really, really great gear to enable champions like Nuke to do a lot of damage. Yeah, and it actually counts as SUN Wukong's damage. But yeah, Curse gear could be really good. And I was also thinking just straight up, Provoke gear could be good on him as well if you're struggling with a Provoker. Again, 30% chance to place that Provoke whenever he hits. Don't actually need accuracy to do that. That's just from him hitting. So again, this could be a really good set on him for Hydra as well. I'll just show you a quick team with him running on Hydra. I think we'll go against like hard mode. And I'll try and pick some kind of more normal type of champions to go alongside him. And then we'll move on to the last arena build. Okay, so we're going to run this team here. Mother Sibel for like drop speed stuff. Could be a Visix, I suppose. You could run Visix instead of Vargal and Mother Sibel, maybe. Vargal's in there to provoke. We've got Wukong in there. He's basically just in there for damage in this build, remember. He's not bringing anything else. We've got burn damage. We've got nuke damage. We're going against hard mode here. I should destroy it, honestly, but just to give you a feel for what does his damage look like compared to a well-built Artak and compared to a well-built Newt. Yeah, all three of them are going to be doing a lot of work. None of them here have got high resistance in this team, apart from Vargal. Did we not get a provoke away? What's going on there? Did we get 3% on the provoke and I missed it? Okay, provoke's on. Yeah, so we should find that this runs nicely. I'm going to let it run through. And then really I just want to see at the end who does more damage or what sort of damage in this build is Wukong doing versus a burner and versus Newt, who we know is an absolute beast on Hydra. So yeah, I'll let it run through. You guys can watch it on fast speed. And then, yeah, let's see what the results look like. This is actually one of the things I was talking about here. So Wukong's the next guy in line for taking the punishment, taking the eats. And obviously, like, he's not going to survive these 16 turns. There's absolutely no chance. He's going to be dead now. So that now ticks onto someone else, which means that he's coming back. He's just saved us an extra like 2 or 3 turns of being eaten time, which is significant. Like in Hydra, if you've got someone that is basically dodging the snack, that's actually a really, really good thing for your team. So look, I'm not actually going to save this as a key for my teams because I don't want to run this team here, but it does give you a sense of some of the quality he's bringing. So even if Poison Clouds are out, his block buff ability still goes on. You know, he can rip off buffs from the enemy team if things go wrong. He's got a decent amount of damage, and if he dies, he pops straight back up. So even on like low-level Hydra teams, he's going to be really valuable, especially if you've got Artak as well, who's bringing a different form of damage. You've got then 2 damage dealers that are doing things extremely differently. So let's just do a quick end battle. I don't save this, do I? End battle. Show me the results without me having to save it, please. Yes. So let's see what the difference in damage is like then, because one thing I was worried about was can he sustain the right level of damage for a team And we've got here Mother Sabel low, Udo low, we would expect it. Their supports. Valdal similar. He's basically just in there for provoke. But look at this. Wukong 5 mil, Nuke 6 mil, Artak 7.4. Like, his damage is extremely good. Nuke would be doing more damage if we had, obviously, Hex out there. But then so would Wukong, honestly. But Nuke would be doing significantly more. But yeah, much better damage than I thought he was going to do. So just kind of shows you. And I do think put him in Cursed Gear would up the damage of your whole team by a lot as well. Is a great option. See, there you go. That is Wukong on Hydra. Let's go for the third build. Okay then, build 3 is where I think the meta is going with this champion, because people want the abilities more than they want the damage. Yeah, and that's pretty much where this is going. So it's basically fast with high accuracy. And actually, because you don't really need survivability on him, I could probably should pump even better gear than I am right now. This is like from my leftover gear. But if I was using my best gear, including everybody on my account, in fact, I'm just going to try it on the optimizer right now, I would do something like this. So I would actually push him closer to like 350 speed and still keep very high accuracy. Or I would push accuracy like way over 800 and keep it, you know, like a 320 speed. And I think that might be what I end up doing. I might end up using him so much in arena that I actually start stealing from my good champions. But this will give you a good feel for what's going on. So generally it's perception gear because it's giving you speed and accuracy together with good accuracy rolls. Accuracy on the chest with double roll of speed, ideally at least. Speed boots with accuracy rolls. Obviously accuracy on the banner, etc. with speed on it. And then for masteries, you kind of go down this very specialist route of using things like Eagle Eye to get your extra accuracy, using things like Law of Steel. You could go offense tree, but generally you're not building for damage here. So I think defense tree is better because you could actually use him for stuff like Selfless Defender. If he's going to go down, he's coming back up quickly anyway. So you could actually reduce the damage some of your other team are taking, which I think is quite an interesting way to utilize him. But yeah, let's show him in some end game arena stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking something like this. Speed into Lockout or this dude, or Lockout and this dude, and then someone who's going to bring your damage. I'm fighting basically the hardest, most disgusting team I could find right now. So let's just see how we go. We might be slow. No, we're okay. So we go fast into Lockout. We've got to watch out. See this Fiery Rage passive's just popped over here. That's actually a problem for us because Ultimate Death Knight's on the same team. So even if I wanted to A2 him, it's going to A2 him. But anyway, Ultimate Death Knight and the Stone Skin is no longer a problem. So we can just kind of get into our swing of things. Kind of focus single target here. Been slept, it's okay. So he's now been taken down with a block revive. It's a problem. I'm not going to lie. It's a problem. Let's just focus in on Amarishka. Because Ultimate Death Knight is popping back up, it's now a problem again. We can just deal with that. Then deal with her. Hopefully the lockout holds so that we don't get an extra revive off. Grab turn meter. I mean, if my Wukong was not block revive there, I guess we would have done better because we could have taken this dude out as well. But either way, just taking down Ultimate Death Knight in the early part there, we dealt with the Marishka problem and got the job done. Let's skip this. And these are now, like, I'm fighting high-level opponents here. So bear that in mind as well. Interested to see how this works against Lydia, because obviously Lydia has got a block revive against me. But I think because he comes back so quick, I don't think that really matters. So let's go into Lockout. Locked out everyone apart from this dude. So this dude's now my problem. I am going to get a turn over here, but I think, am I going to have enough accuracy to sheep this guy? Maybe not. So let's sheep over here. Try and kill him. Hopefully we get a kill. Yes, we do. Now we try and kill her. And you see, like, just having someone that you can sheep is massive. It's so crazy good. Now she's popping back up, but we should be fine. Try and drop a bit of turn meter over here, do a bit of damage. I may as well just try and go for a stun. Got it. Which means now we can focus over here. And yeah, his kit is just so useful, honestly. He's going to take him down. That's fine. He'll be coming back up in a minute anyway. Because it's so quick to get him back. Unfortunately, the Lydia problem. I didn't think about the Lydia stuff there. Come on, Hell Hades. Sort yourself out. Don't worry. He'll be back in a minute anyway. Wukong, where are you? Oh, there you are. Yeah, Lydia was not a problem. We're back in the game. And then, obviously, we just finished the job. He's going to be so versatile and so powerful in late game arena in this type of build. A high speed, high accuracy build. See if I can find another annoying type of team. Block passives could be a problem. Yeah, actually, this is a nice one. Leo. Leo's normally an issue. This team might be faster than me. If it is, I'm probably in trouble. And not. Should be good. So speed, lockout. We put block buffs out before we hit. So we're going to put a block buff over here. Not all I could do. I could sheep someone else or whatever, but I'm going to go for that so that we can take care of the problem, which is this dude right now. We've also stolen a stone skin, by the way. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Might as well take out the revive. Oh, wow. She had reaction gear on. Anyway, do I want to sheep anybody? I think I'll just have to kill over here. Waiting for our Rotus to get away. Obviously, Rotus doesn't need to be Rotus. Could be anyone who's just trying to do decent levels of damage. AoE damage is fine. Let's get a weak hit over there. Get the idea. Romantu's getting things done. Try and stun him. Got it. Dead. Auto. So, look, you can see this type of build is going to be crazy, honestly. It's going to be so strong in endgame arena, and it's going to counter a lot of the threats that are currently in the game. Stone Skin, Ultimate Death Knight, heavy buff champions like Helicath, yeah, the Seafees, like all of those type of champions as well, Duchesses. But you're going to need high accuracy and good speed, depending on the level you're fighting. So there you go, guys. 3 builds, all very different, but all very effective. Wukong is a beast. I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.